I'm going to tell you about how I survived being attacked by a dog when I was 7 months pregnant. I was helping my dad cook dinner, and he needed stuff out of the fridge, so I got my chair right here.
And the fridge is right there.
So I sat partially up from the chair, and I reached in the fridge and grabbed, I don't know what it was, I think it was sour cream or something, and I handed it to him. I went to go sit back down, and the chair came out from underneath me, and I fell on the floor. And now, being 7 months pregnant, I was already getting pretty big, and it hurt falling on the floor. Well, the dog was laying
right there.
And when I fell, he came over to me, and he started nipping at my leg, back of my leg. When he started doing that, I pushed him away so I could get up off the floor and get back in the chair. Well, I guess pushing him away was a bad idea, and when I pushed him away, he latched onto my leg, and he wouldn't let go. As soon as he latched onto my leg, he was aiming to try and kill me. He started fighting me, and he went pretty much crazy. My dad jumped on the dog and tried pulling him off, but when he did that, it pulled, and because he had a big chunk of my leg in his mouth. When he tried to pull him away, it pulled, and my skin actually ripped away from my body, and the fat that's inside my leg, it was starting to come out. So my dad had to choke the dog and squish him and pretty much flattened him on the ground in order for me to get away. I didn't know how I managed to get up off the floor and get to the bathroom, where I barricaded myself in the bathroom. The whole time this was going on, my son was crying because he was watching me being attacked. And I barricaded myself in the bathroom, and I couldn't get to him. I couldn't move. Sorry. But, I didn't know the full extent of what happened to my leg until my dad looked at it and he said it was pretty bad. I laid on the floor, on the bathroom floor, and I couldn't move at all. My dad was going to get John in the car, and then he was going to pick me up and carry me to the car so he could take me to the hospital. I knew that I couldn't move, so I told him just to call an ambulance and get me to the hospital. And from the way that my leg was bit, I'm surprised I didn't start instantly bleeding. I didn't bleed until after I was probably on the floor for a little bit, and Dad covered my leg with a towel, and I held it there. That was on June 12th, 2012, and that was around 8 o'clock at night. The sun was still out. It still looked like it was daytime. The sun hadn't gone down. I was in the hospital from about 8:15 until about 2 in the morning, and they didn't stitch me up until they were getting ready to send me home. So I laid there in the bed, bleeding, and they didn't stitch me up for hours. But of course, they had 2 run tests. They gave me morphine because they couldn't give me anything else because I was pregnant, which it didn't really help all that much, but it made me feel a little bit better because I hurt. And they gave me something else. They stuck me in my leg, and I don't know what that was, but as soon as that guy stuck me in my leg, I cussed at him. They stitched me up, and they sent me home. They wrapped up my leg, and then I had about 16 stitches. I had 4 on the inside of my leg and then 12 on the outside. It took 2 weeks to get those out, and after a week, they started itching really bad. But unfortunately, the dog is still alive. He's still in the house. My dad was going to get rid of him, but he didn't. The dog, however, is quarantined. He only comes out when my dad is here or my grandma. He's not around the kids at all. He stays pretty much locked in the bedroom for 16 hours a day. He only comes out to use the bathroom, and he goes right back in. I will not have to worry about the dog anymore once my dad and my brother leave. But, you know, it's frightening knowing that I was being attacked by the dog and I was pregnant, because I didn't know if I was going to end up dying or not while being attacked. I'm just thankful that he grabbed my leg and not my throat, because if he grabbed me by my neck, Serena and I would both be dead. And I would be here making this video to tell you about my experience with being attacked by a dog. And not only a dog, but a pit bull. You will probably see the dog in maybe 2 of my videos. I'm not supposed to be around the dog, but I do come around him when my dad is around. But I will include some pictures on what my leg looked like before and after the stitches. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them. And you can ask me anything about what happened or how I felt, and I will get back to you with those. So here are the pictures.